Welcome to the Tactical Data Desk. Let's analyze the market.
Good morning, YouTube. This is Jason with the Tactical Data Desk. Today is Wednesday, March 17th. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope you're wearing green. Don't worry, I got a little green down below so I won't get pinched. If you have some great plans today, let me know what they are down in the comments section. Here is your updated GEX exposure and gamma levels for your indices and a few stocks. Remember, this is free, so if you like this, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And I'll plan to live stream this when I meet that threshold of subscribers. Let's look at the shifts that happened yesterday. Here's the tickers I follow. Let's go through NDX. Your 0 DTE call wall today. Now, the way this works is I pull open interest from the previous market close every day. So I take open interest that closed yesterday and compare it to open interest that closed on Monday. And this is the shift report. Now, this is as of close. Now, when I pull up my GEX dashboard, you're going to see there's already been some movement since market opened last night at 6 p.m., and we'll go over that. But your overarching put and call walls for NDX 0 DTE, call wall 24,420, put wall 24,200, 1 to 5 DTE 2575, put wall 2400. Your monthly OPEX, which is Friday, 2575, put wall 2400. Your quarterly, which is also Friday, 2575, 2400. Your put to call open interest on 0 DTE fell below 1 today. So we may have some bullish sentiment today. Net GEX is still negative. Your net VEX is positive and your net VANA is positive. Let's look at SPX. Your call wall today is 6660 and your put wall is 6600. Your put to call open interest is 1.6. That's still pretty high. Your net gamma, your net GEX is still negative 1.2 billion. That's high. Your monthly, which is Friday, because this is OPEX Friday, 6910 call wall, 6500. So your Friday call wall or put wall is 100 points below your 0 DTE put wall. So you can expect some volatility and maybe some moves to the downside. Just be careful out there. IWM, your 0 DTE call wall, 252, put wall, 247. Put to call open interest is below 1 at 0.8. But if you look at the 1 to 5 DTE, the Friday expiration, your call wall is up to 265, put wall's at 250, put to call open interest is at 2.5. That's pretty high. NVDA, call wall for 0 DTE, which just measures from what happened yesterday, 185, put wall 178. Your Friday expiration, call wall 190, put wall 170. Put to call open interest 0.69, below 1. There's some bullish to neutral sentiment in NVIDIA. QQQ, call wall 600, put wall 593. Your monthly, which is Friday, 625 and 590. Put to call open interest 1.18 and 1.29. SPY, call wall 670, put wall 669. Tight trading range there, but your Friday is 690 to 660 with your put to call open interest at 1.23 for today and 2.18 for the week. And Tesla, call wall 400, put wall 390. For your Friday, it's 410 and 380. Put to call open interest dropped down to 0.58 for today and today's expiration, because they have Monday, Wednesday, Friday expirations now. Tesla does. And 0.77. All right. Now, if we pull up the GEX dashboard and we look at XPX, look at this. The 0 DTE put wall has moved up since market open or market close yesterday to 6650. And the call wall has moved up to 6760. That's probably because we've got some ES futures are up 14. The midnight open was about 67.32, and we traded up. We're above the 21 EMA up to 67. The highest was 67.73. We're at value area high right now on the composite volume profile. And then if we look at the gamma exposure, this is the gamma exposure is current, but the spot price is not, because SPX hasn't opened yet. But we've got positive gamma exposure here at 67.15, And then we go positive gamma up above 67.25 with little resistance up until 67.50. And that is just below your call wall at 67.60. And you can see the highest bar here is 67.60. That's your call wall. So if we break above 67.50, you can expect the biggest resistance point at 67.60. Now your put wall here, 66.50, negative 7 million gamma exposure here. Minor put wall at 66.80. So if we retrace down at open, if we hold at 66.80, you can expect a move back up. If we break below 66.80, plan on moving down to 66.50. That'll be your targets for today. Let's check out NDX. 24,700 and 24,710. Boy, that's pretty tight. I'm guessing that's not updated yet. Rut. 2465 is the call wall, put wall 2500. Probably don't have enough activity to actually measure that properly. 2500. When market opens, this will all fall into line. SPY. Call wall went to 673, put wall went to 660. Let's check out what's happening with SPY as of right now. What do we got? What do we got? What's happening in SPY? Got Thinkorswim up. Gotta be help if I could type. SPY's at 670.70. All right. So got a little room to run up to 673. Here's your gamma exposure on that. You can see we flip at 671 and then 672 has some resistance. It'd be tough to get past 672. Real tough to get past 673. If we do get past 673, maybe 675. Your biggest wall right here is 660. So plan on 660 being your floor. I don't see us retracing down to 660. Maybe a retracement down to 665. But look at the gamma exposure here at 668. That's a pretty big wall. So 668 be your turning point today. I'd be looking at QQQ 609 and 595. Well, they're expecting a pretty big range on QQQ. Check out this gamma exposure. Pretty good. 595 right there. Positive gamma and a negative gamma right there. So if we break above 601, watch that on your chart. We may have some room to run above 602, maybe to 605. If we break below 599, you can watch the 595 mark. IWM 251 and 240. I expect when market opens, I expect these to change. You can follow me on Twitter. I'll post some picture updates of these GEX walls after market opens and some things settle. I like that. That looks good. We're going to have some good trading opportunities today. NVIDIA, if you like trading NVIDIA, 190 is your call wall, 178 is your put wall. Your OPEX call wall is the same. Your put wall's 8 points below. NVIDIA has Monday, Wednesday, Friday options, I'm pretty sure as well. Look at this gamma exposure. It looks like it wants to get up to 190 at some point. But if we get to 190, plan on some selling from there. If we break above 190, potential gamma squeeze set up in NVIDIA. So mark that on your chart. And then Tesla. 410 is the call wall. So that call wall moved up from 400 to 410. 390 is the put wall. That put wall moved down. So there might be some trading range in Tesla. It might be a good day to get to trade Tesla today if you're looking for some trading range. All right. And then another dashboard I've got happening is my SPX options flow. So this is tracking here. I'll show you. I have a flow engine that is tracking real-time options flow for SPX. Now, you're wondering, how are options being traded in SPX? Well, some brokerages let you start trading SPX options at 8 a.m., and some dealers can trade SPX options before that. It's tough as a retail trader to do it because if you look at the SPX options chain before market actually opens, the bid ask doesn't really move, and that makes it really tough. So let's look at the options chain. So you can see the last price was 66.99, but with futures being up to 67.74, you can expect a higher open on SPX. So you see the difference in, like, 66.99 was the close, so 6,700. Do you see the massive difference in the bid and ask of the put side and the call side? So you'd have to find that happy medium of where those are relatively equal to find where you think, here it is. Let's find about where they're equal. 16, 19, probably say 67.20 is probably the anticipated open of SPX at this point. So you could trade these if your broker allows you to trade them, but that'd be tough to do as a retail trader. You just got to be careful. Anyway, I've got the real-time options flow that I track, and that is how I'm able to plot the real-time options flow on these charts. I have net intraday call flow that tells you calls bought versus calls sold, and puts bought versus puts sold, and it tracks it. So the way I look at this is I'm looking at what strikes are calls being bought at and calls being sold at, or puts being bought and puts being sold. So if we look at green, puts being bought, we're seeing a lot of net puts being bought at all these strikes. So see how that number says 2? That means of all the put contracts traded at 66.70, there's a net 2 of trades at the ask. So if there were 10 trades at the ask and 8 trades at the bid, the net is 2. Does that make sense? All right, so I hope you mark these levels on your chart. This is going to be a great trading day, I'm guessing. I wouldn't make any trades today till after 10 o'clock. I'll try to get an update, post some pictures on my Twitter of what the gamma exposure looks like for SPX and NDX, QQQ, and SPY, so you can see what makers and dealers are doing after the market open and we get repositioned, and we can have a great trading day ahead. Okay, guys, again, happy St. Patrick's Day. And, oh, you know what? I wanted to show you something else. I have a gym update, my home gym, because I love to clang and bang. I'll show you that later. Let's get to trading. All right, guys, this is Jason with the Tactical Data Desk. If you like this, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's all make some money.